Now, single out salute. I'm Lord Maitreya, the hip hop futurist. You're now tuned into the Super Longevity Institute podcast. This evening, I'm very excited to chat with a shining pillar in the community. He is from the east side of Harlem. He is the basketball coach for the Riverside Hawks at Riverside Church. He is the president of the Tenant Association at Carver houses. He converted his small tenant office into a community center for the children so they will have a place to go. Mr. Shaun Commodore feeds families out of his office and created many community projects to keep the kids safe. His ultimate dream is to open a community center in his neighborhood. Welcome to the podcast, Shaun Commodore. It's a pleasure to have you, B.
Thank you. I appreciate this, man. For real, I really do.
How you feeling today, man? How's?
I'm good. You know, had a good day today. When Channel 11 came through and talked about the adult fitness zone that we launched this January, and got to see some of the residents utilizing the machines and equipment that they do daily, even though COVID is in place. They got to see them in action, so it was dope.
Wow, that's dope, man. How long you been living in Carver, man?
Oh man, since '86, man. That's 33 years. Yeah, 33 years since.
Wow. When did you want to become the president of the tenant association? That's not my aunt used to do that job. That's not an easy job.
It's not a young person's job, and it's crazy because I always did community work, dealing with kids and basketball. So I always showed them an outlook of the community work and community service, and teaching them about the less fortunate out there, that how you got to appreciate life and how to treat certain people. But then I guess some of the residents were saying, Shaun, you're doing community work already. You should run for president for the development, change things around in your own development. So I was like, you know what, let me just run for it. And I was like, why not?
Wow. What's the process of becoming the tenant association president?
I guess to understand your development and what the residents need. Me being here for 33 years, I've seen the in and outs. I worked night shift when I was younger, and I understand it's a hard task. So they always try to blame the night shift workers, blame within ourselves. We got to hold ourselves accountable sometimes with the stuff that we do and our neighbors do. So I get both ticks and tags, and I play devil's advocate with the residents, let them know that we got to start holding our neighbors accountable too. That's making a message sometimes, because right now, especially during this COVID period, it's not just short of staff. So buildings ain't gonna be clean sometimes. Sometimes work tickets ain't gonna be done. And I tell them like it's hard, but just pass me your work tickets, and I'll be a person that your clients. I help them out.
Wow, yeah, you're right, man. We got to stick together as a community as we go through this pandemic, man.
Yeah,
you're totally right. What are some of the programs you initiated since you've been the president, the Tenant Association?
So when I came into play last year, I came in. So I've been there for 2 years now. Came in last year, and I implemented my program, which I had the Harlem Rise, and I turned it to Carver Rise, and just incorporating more neighborhood and friendly atmosphere of kids intertwining with the elder generations and the seniors, and mixing them in and giving the kids a sense of appreciation to the elders and understanding who the seniors are out there.
Yeah.
You got to know who your seniors are and respecting the elders, and the elders knowing who the kids are, and make sure they look out for them as well while they're out there. That's what I grew up doing when I was out here. I respected my elders, and elders knew who I were, so I make sure I take care of my elders. That's before me.
Yeah, that's
so
important.
I had I did there's no summer youth, but then they did the little virtual summer youth. But I incorporated about 10 kids, and I made sure that they got stipends. And I reached out to Boys Club with my friend Carlos Velasquez. I went to school with, and he partnered up with me and did a back pay program for kids and got them paid throughout the whole summer from May to end of August, and top my money that I gave them. So they was blessed.
Wow.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's crazy. I seen something called the Carver Mural Project. What was that about? I was like, wow. I seen something like
we did a project with Diana Ayala where we speaking about gun violence, and kids came out and it was painting, and some of these kids witness it or hear about it, and we wanted them to hear their voice and whoever else, adults, anybody that witnessed violence or just wanted to unleash something that was on their mind about the violence that's going on in their neighborhood. And it was dope. They all got to draw. I brought out some guys that I used to coach and mentor. They was drawing with the kids and interacting with them. And it was dope. It was a dope event. The cops was there interacting also with the residents, which I'm
Wow.
trying to engage as well with the cops. Trying to make sure that they do more community service and understand who are in their neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's mad important. Um, you had a basketball clinic before this pandemic started, right?
Yeah, I did one. I did one. Matter of fact, during the pandemic,
Oh,
where
that's crazy. That's dope.
yeah, I did it during the pandemic where I made sure it was appropriate and kids have masks
Mm,
and it's called in between the lines. And before we started the clinic, I spoke to them and just asking them the importance of what in between the lines means to them because some of these kids try to live double lives and thinking they could be in the streets and play a sport. And I wanted to know what their mindset was because when you're playing basketball, it's a scapegoat from reality. Like, you go out there, you see the violence and everything, but when you're playing basketball and you're in that court, it takes you somewhere else. It takes you to other places, you meet other people. It's a network. So I just want to understand the concept of what in between the line meant to them when they're on the basketball court.
wow. Um, I'm sure that it's crazy because when you start programs like this, you don't know them kids are going to be impacted in the future. You don't know how that impact, man, that positivity that you bring into the community with the basketball clinic and the mural project. Those kids, they're never going to forget that. They're
Nah,
gonna,
definitely.
they never going to forget
Definitely.
that. And I wish that more people. You don't have to be filthy rich to enrich your community,
Nah,
right? You could
nah,
just
not at
start
all,
where you
man.
at.
About being passionate and loving what you do.
All right.
The rewards come back double time. Trust me, I've seen it. I'm not a person that looks for the limelight, and I've
Right.
been doing this for about 21 years now. Just working with kids and making sure that they get right into school. If
Mm.
they play basketball, finding the right schools for them, or just finding programs or jobs. Just making sure that they stay on that narrow and stay away from those that's preying upon them to go dwell in the negativity.
Yeah, because and you have a day job too. It's not like
Yeah,
it's like on top of that. I was like, oh, the brother is like Superman in the community. I said he come home and he has a second job, and it's in the hospital. I work in a hospital. I
yeah.
know how hard it is. That
Right,
environment is
yeah.
to
I'm
work
at
in. Like,
the metropolitan. It's crazy. Especially during that pandemic. I was working in a hospital, seeing that the
yeah.
bodies and all that stuff is still coming and dealing with the residents and making sure that they were safe. You know, I went through a little anxiety, but I got over it, and I was like, you know what, something got to give. I got to make sure that everybody's safe, especially my family, my kids, my wife, and everybody.
Let me see. Um, what are the challenges you face being a tenant president?
Challenges I face. Like I said,
He got a little. This happens. He'll come back. Give it a second. Yeah, the brother Shaun Commodore, man. This guy is amazing. I'm gonna just keep talking while he fix his side of the maybe his internet is lagging. It happens. It's all good. Yeah, man. I've been wanting to interview this brother, man, and I think that we should definitely hold our community leaders like Shaun Commodore up. I want to see, you know what I'm saying, because he's a prime example of doing the right thing, and I'm happy to have him on the platform. Word. I'm sipping on some green tea. Um, yep, it's all good. You could just continue on where you left off. It's all good.
yeah.
I was,
So some of
yep.
the yes, some of the challenges we face. The elevators not working or the tickets that these residents be wanting to get done. I guess like the rats in the neighborhood, um, the safety of the equipment or the toys or whatever, or the gun violence. Period. There's a lot of stuff that you face, and it's just different ways you got to attack them. I try to work with certain people in the office, and my superintendents. We always keep a communication and dialogue. So I always try to make sure that they're handling what they have to handle, and then I try to reiterate it to the residents, let them know, and just keeping track with me so I can stay on top of them. Just have that reassurance that they're gonna have trust in me.
The, how long can you be the tenant association president?
You could be as long as you want until somebody,
Oh,
I guess, runs against you and wins.
right.
Yeah, 'cause, I've seen a lot of TA presidents that have been TA presidents for a long time.
Wow.
And that's why you see the older elders, they hold on to that. They play no games with that shit.
Yeah. Nah, I could dig it, yo. That's serious, cause they need to be in a safe. The elders want to make sure that the environment is safe. They growing old. They don't want to
Yeah,
they don't want all this craziness in the environment. They don't want that.
exactly. They
They
like to
want to
sit in
go
front of
on.
their
Yeah.
buildings sometimes, and they want to feel safe.
Hell yeah. Yo, you know what? What are your future goals, man? Cause I'm telling you, yo, Shaun, I'm telling you, man, you could run for like a assemblyman or something later on, man. I don't
Hey,
know,
I get
man.
that.
I'm just saying, yo. I'm saying,
I
yo.
get that everywhere I go.
I'm
Every time
saying,
somebody give me a
I
handshake,
seen you on the news. I was like, yo, this brother, he could be a future assemblyman or something, man. He
a
could
lot of people tell me.
run out there. You could run for something local or something, man. Cause you
I get a lot
definitely
of
got
people
the
tell me.
spirit, bro. Seriously.
I get that a lot. Even people that's right now elected officials, they see it in my future and say, whenever you're ready, just let us know because I guess they want me in that position. I'm
Yeah.
ready to lead. I have the city behind me, the East Harlem, and I know I'm gonna have the right people to put in place to make sure that we take care of our community because I'm about taking care of our community. I'm not gonna bullshit when it comes to it. I know it needs to get done.
If somebody wanted to make a donation or something out there to you, for any programs that you might have in the future, how do they go about doing that?
Um, I usually used to do Cash App, but I left that alone. So I usually do Zelle now,
All right.
and I make sure it goes into our TA account, and then I put it towards the programs that we're doing. Like right now, we have the Thanksgiving thing coming up, which we're gonna feed the less fortunate and those in the community as well. We're gonna feed
Mm.
those in the community, and then 125th and Park, where most of them be out there. We're gonna have the kids by the table feeding them and do to-go trays and everything. So we're gonna make sure we out there in the streets.
What? So the kids are gonna be volunteering feeding the people?
Yeah,
That's
I usually
crazy.
bring my
That's a
son
great
and his
experience.
friends and whoever else bring their kids. I take them out there and they get to see, like I said, those that's laying out there that don't have homes. We take the food to them and they're appreciative and they tell them, and they tell them a story sometimes like how they got there. Some
Right.
kids is clueless to how people they think they just was there. Some people was doctors before or
Yeah,
in the
that's right.
army and
I
they
was
don't
just
understand
talking
people.
about this.
Yeah, they don't understand it as fortunate accidents that happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially now that people losing their jobs during this
Yeah.
time. A lot of people getting hit hard.
Yeah, you're right, yo. Wow. That's incredible. Man, yo. Is anything all right, so if anybody wants to do it, how do they get in contact with you? Do you have a email?
Yeah, they can always reach out to Carver Houses, which is
Mm.
Carver houses, 1481 at gmail.com.
Mm.
Or they can reach me on IG, Shaun, SHAUN underscore Commodore, or Facebook, Shaun Commodore. They can reach me on any of my social medias, my
Okay.
email, and just let us know what they want to do. Like I said, I like working with everybody, and I like working with other people and helping them with whatever project they want to do. I done spoke to many development leaders, presidents, and trying
Mm.
to coexist with each other and see what we can help each other.
Mm. So is your basketball team playing still?
Right now we're working out. We just had tryouts. We're
Mm.
getting ready for some tournaments. We're just waiting to see how what the tournament officials are talking about because right now New Jersey just put a ban on certain interstates that's going out there, but we're good to go. They say that they don't have a ban against New York clubs. New Jersey
Mm.
is just banned out there. We're just getting ready to get our teams together.
Wow. How long you been coaching?
Um, I'll say about 21 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Once I finished college, I got into coaching, and I was doing it even when I was in high school. I was just teaching kids like whatever drills I learned.
Mm.
Whatever kid was younger than me, I put the kids together and I just put them in a tournament and just teach. I was doing this since like 17,
Wow.
but then I got in serious with 20, 21.
You probably had a mean ball game too, man. You had a
Yeah, I got hurt. I got I was in JUCO, got recruited to go to Western Kentucky, and then got hurt in the workouts. And then I said,
oh
I'm not taking basketball serious no more. Once I got hurt, I didn't really have a passion for it like that. I play around with it, but other than that, I'd rather teach and have these kids, get ready for the next level. I have a lot of kids that, right now, in college, the D1 level, ready to start their season.
wow. That's a dope hat you got on, man. Who put that together?
Oh, a friend of mine, grew up with him playing baseball. And he has a great line, "The world is yours." And I coached his younger brother. That was dope. Like we found
Wow.
out, small world. I coached his younger brother, and he hit me up, and I started rocking. He got the world is yours, and you can find
Wow.
him on Instagram as well.
Wow, that's dope. It's a t-shirt too that's part of
He
his
got
line?
t-shirts, he got shorts, he got hoodies, he
Wow.
got a whole bunch of different stuff.
Wow, that's dope, man. Yo,
Yeah,
man, I definitely want to have you back on, man. In a couple of months to see what's going on with you, man, because I want to keep up
no,
with you,
most
man,
definitely.
because what you're doing is in the community is invaluable, man, and I wish we have more brothers like you out here doing the work, man. And you know what? We need to really. I was just saying this before when we got cut off for a minute. I was just telling the people. I was like, "Yo, man, we need to really lift our people up. That's doing the right thing, man. For
Exactly.
real,
You
for
gotta
real.
acknowledge them, give them their roses,
Yeah,
and make sure
man.
that they know that their worth is something.
Yeah,
You know?
man. I mean, my grandparents, my grandmother doesn't live in Carver no more, man. But I always still consider Carver home because we
Yeah.
lived there so long. And when I was young, let me tell you something, man. I only thought Carver was two buildings when I was a kid. Word. I didn't even know there was more than I couldn't go outside nowhere else. But
Yeah.
I thought the two buildings, that was it. I didn't even
What,
know
what,
that
what street you was on?
I was on 110th and Madison, I think that was. This has been so long ago. The Wrights. That's my
Oh,
family in the in Carver. They were the Wrights. And we had family in Lehman too.
oh yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
My
saying?
parents are leaving too.
So it's been like 15 years though. So I don't know, my memory is it was like 15 years ago, but my grandmother lived in there for like 20, 30 years. Yo.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, we have family in Carver and Lehman. So I
Same here.
always still go by there. When I'm going to Central Park, I
Yeah.
still go by there like, damn.
Check
You
it
know what
out.
I'm saying? It's still home to me. I still feel connected to Carver. That's another
Not
reason
yet.
why I brought you on. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. Yo, Shaun Commodore, thanks for coming on, my brother. Anything you want to say
Definitely.
before leaving?
I just want to say, thanks again for bringing me on and letting me, speak about my upbringing and what I'm doing for the community and those that do want to help out. Just reach out to me. I'm approachable. I like
Mm,
working with anyone. If you have a vision, let's knock it out. Let's set a plan and let's act on it. People need us right now, especially during the time this election.
yeah,
People think relying on the president ain't about the president or elected officials, about ourselves and us stepping up to the plate and helping
that's
out for
right.
each other. So,
That's right.
let's do this.
If you ever need me, hit me up. I'm gonna leave you my number.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave you my number, man. And if you need a volunteer, anything, I'm showing up, man. If you need
got
my
you.
help, just lifting some boxes or something, you call me, man. I'm
All
there.
right, definitely.
Yo,
I want
Shaun, Commodore, yo, man, it's a pleasure, my brother.
same here, man.
Keep
Salute.
keep up the good work, man. You know what I'm saying? Have a good night, man. I'm
You
gonna leave
too,
you
man.
my
I
number. All
appreciate it.
right,
All right.
one
Peace
love.
out.